there, welcome back to ET Now. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Ankita Saxena. You've joined us live from the SBI Live Studios. This is a show where we'll take all your stock-specific queries with our experts. But before that, a quick look at how the markets are faring. Ankita, we have finally surpassed that 25,100 mark yet again. Off from the day's highs, of course, but still holding close to that level. It's sectorally, it's autos that is yet again leading the charts.
Kanishka, we have managed to surpass 25,100. In fact, we are sitting above the 25,150 levels, and we are maintaining those levels. Now, it is on the back of the optimism about the India-US trade talks. In fact, the US envoy is in India for the meet, and we are hoping that there will be some positive outcome of that. On the back of that, there is positive sentiment in the market today as well. Nifty is trading right now with gains of 0.3%. Nifty Bank also is on a one-way up move, trading with gains of 190 odd points. In fact, if you look at the banking names like Kotak Mahindra Bank, Axis Bank, these are leading from the front. They are the top Nifty gainers, trading with gains of 1.5%+ right now. But as you mentioned, sectorally, it's the auto pack that is really in the fast lane that's leading from the front. That's trading with gains of 0.8%. There's MRF, Balkrishna, Motherson, there's Bosch India, there's Hero Motocorp that is trading with gains of 1+ odd percent. So Nifty Auto is doing well. In fact, all the sectoral indices are trading in the green as of now, with auto, energy, media and the banking space doing very well for itself. What is absolutely flat right now is the FMCG pack. Now that one has turned absolutely flat, though in the green, but it is trading absolutely flat right now. Speaking of the broader markets, then the broader end of the market is where the outperformance is coming. Now, remember, yesterday also, it is the broader end of the market that was outperforming the frontline indices. And today as well, we have small caps that are trading up 0.7%, and mid caps are also trading with gains of 0.3%. So it's really the small caps where the action is coming from. Couple of individual stocks to mention. There's Godfrey Phillip that's trading up. It's won its largest order for FY26, 838 megawatts of order win that is coming in from Tata Power Renewable Energy. On the back of that, Godfrey Phillips is up in a way more than 7.5% in the trading session today. NCC is up 3% on the back of order wins worth 2,090 crore rupees. Besides that, we have couple of other stocks like Suzlon Energy that's trading up 1.5% again on the back of an order win. We also have UBL that's trading up 2% on the back of a JP Morgan note that's maintaining its overweight on the counter. From the logistics sector, we have Delivery and Aegis Logistic, Container Corp. All of these are in focus on the back of a JP Morgan note that they have initiated a coverage on these logistics stocks, and all of these stocks therefore are trading up with gains of 1+%. On the back of volumes, then we have a couple of names that are buzzing in. Redington that is seeing solid gains today. We have NTPC Green Energy, KRL, KPR Mills, we have Mishra Dhatu Nigam, Bharat Dalmia. All of these are buzzing with strong volumes there. So largely, it's a good day coming in. The market breadth is very positive, and the advance decline ratio is clearly tilted in the favor of advances, Kanishka.
That's right. A very good day coming in for the markets as of now. But let's get started with all the queries then. But before that, just requesting our viewers to keep sending in your queries. Remember to mention your name, your stock's name, your holding time horizon, and your specific stock query. The number is flashing on your screen, so do write to us. We've also started taking live callers on our show. So do keep sending in your queries. And today, to answer all your queries on the technicals, we are joined by Lakshmikant Shukla, who's a technical analyst at Institutional Research, Yes Securities India. Hi, Lakshmikant. Very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today. Before we get started with all the queries, just a quick look at how the charts are looking for the Nifty. We are above that 25,150 mark right now. Do you think we'll be able to hold this level for the rest of the week? And what kind of upside are you seeing, if at all, for the rest of the week?
Good morning, Ankita. Good morning, Kanishka. So, as we know that Nifty already surpassed its key hurdle of 25,150, and now it is sustaining above the same. So, looking at the market breadth, as we also know that all the sectoral indices are also trading in the green. So, we expect that this momentum will continue. And if it hold the levels of 25,150 on a closing basis, then afterward we will see 25,250. So which is the previous swing high of Nifty. So I think that would be the next hurdle for the Nifty. But once it crosses the levels of 25,250, then definitely we'll get a strong upside move in Nifty toward the levels of 25,500 to 25,600. Above 25,250, we won't see any major kind of hurdle. So I think next upcoming hurdle is seen around the zone of 25,250. But looking at the texture of the market, we will see this momentum will continue, and definitely Nifty will surpass this level of 25,250 in the upcoming sessions also. Even Bank Nifty has surpassed its crucial hurdle of 55,000. On In previous month, we have seen the breakdown from the same levels, but now as Nifty has surpassed this crucial hurdle of 55,000, so we will see a further upside move in Bank Nifty toward the levels of 55,600 to 55,700 zone, whereas downward support has shifted higher toward the levels of 54,600 from the levels of 54,000. So both the indices is showing positive momentum, so we expect that this positive sentiment will continue in the market.
All right, so that positive sentiment is likely going to continue, and for the Nifty, it's 25,250, which is a key level to track to see more upside. But let's get back to all the queries then. So let's start. The first query is coming from Jayesh, who has written to us from Mumbai. His query is on Reliance Industries. He's purchased 1,000 shares at a price of 1,390 rupees. He wants to know whether it's a good time to add more, for Reliance. Lakshmikant, what do you think? Good time to add more to Reliance?
Yes, you can add some more share in the Reliance, as this stock has seen upside move from last few days with the formation of higher tops and higher bottom. And during the fall of the market, Reliance has also defended its 200 SMA levels, which is placed around the zone of 1,335. So overall texture is looking on the bullish side. So we expect the levels of 1,520 to 1,550 levels in the upcoming sessions. So positive sentiment will continue till it hold above the levels of 1,335. So even he can add some more share at current levels also.
All right, let's get on board a live caller then. We're joined by Dev Datta, who's joining us now with his live query. Dev, hi, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us what's your question here.
Yes. I purchased ICICI Bank at 1490, 1509. Should I hold or sell at what level?
All right, so that's Dev Kumar's question. Lakshmikant, what would be your answer?
No, I think he should hold this stock because this stock has formed a strong base near the levels of 1,385 to 1,400 zone. And we expect that till it holds this level, we will see upside move in this stock. Now, upcoming resistance is seen around the zone of 1,435 to 440. Once it surpasses this, then after we will see falling trend line breakout on the daily chart, and we will see higher momentum in ICICI Bank toward the levels of 1,500. So I think he should continue to hold this stock with the stop loss of 1,385 on the downside.
Whole call for ICICI Bank. Hope, Dev, your query was answered. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. But moving on to the next query then. So this one is coming for the railway pack. This is Swati writing to us. She wants to invest in one of the railway stocks. Lakshmikant, what do you think? What is your pick within the railway sector?
So in yesterday's sessions, we have seen a breakthrough in most of the railway stock. When we look at the IRCTC, RVNL, Tex Meco Rail, so there we have seen the strong upside move in yesterday's sessions. But in today's sessions, we have seen some sort of breather. But as most of the stock has given consolidation breakout on the upside, so we expect upside move we will expect gradual upside move in most of the railway stocks. If we see RVNL, so RVNL has given consolidation breakout in yesterday's sessions, and now we expect further upside move in RVNL toward the levels of 380, where it's 200 DMA is seen. So even one can go long at current levels also with the stop loss of 335 on the downside, and as long as it hold this level, so we expect further upside move in RVNL. And when we look at the chart of IRCTC, so even there we have seen uptick in yesterday's sessions, and if it able to surpass its key hurdle of 735, which is its immediate resistance, then after we will see further upside move in ICTC also toward the levels of 756. So most of the railway stock could show gradual upside move in the upcoming sessions, what we are expecting by looking at the overall chart.
The railway stocks could see an up move for good sessions coming up as far as the charts are concerned. But let's move on to the next question that is coming from Rajesh Sekara, who's 65 years old. He's a senior citizen. He's writing in from Bengaluru. He says he's bought Laurus Labs at a buying price of 462 2 years back. He's clearly sitting at a very good profit right now. He wants to know whether he should be holding on to it or selling it. It's an interesting question. Lakshmikant, Laurus Labs has given good returns. It has clearly outperformed. It's an outperformer and it's a very strong CDMO play from the pharma pack. Do you see more upside to it? Because Laurus Labs is one of the counters that has moved up quite a bit, and with the tariff hangover, what do you pencil in on the charts for Laurus Labs?
Yeah, rightly pointed out that Laurus Labs is the major outperformer if we compare from the Nifty Pharma space, and we have seen strong upside move in this stock. Even on the weekly chart, the stock has been making higher tops and higher bottom. Now it is hovering near its previous swing high of 922. So overall expectation is on the upside till it hold above this level of 850. So we have seen a strong support near the zone of 850. Until it hold this support, we could see further upside move. Once it crosses the levels of 920, 925, then further we could see upside move in Laurus Lab toward the levels of 1000. So that would be the next level to watch it out for Laurus Lab. So overall, still it has not made any reversal kind of pattern on daily as well as a weekly chart. Also, some sideways momentum we have been witnessing from last to 5 days. But I think once it crosses the levels of 920, then after again we will see further strong upside move in Laurus left toward the levels of 1000.
Okay, so that's the view on Laurus Labs. That's a technical chart check. But on that note, we'll take a very short break. Be right back with more of your queries to be answered on the other side. Hi there, welcome back to ET Now. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Ankita Saxena. Well, this is a show where we are taking all your stock-specific queries with our experts. And now on the fundamentals, we're also joined by Rajesh Agarwal, who's the head of research at AUM Capital. Let's get to the queries then. We have a live caller joining us. This is MSV Raghavan joining us from Chennai. Hi, Mr. Raghavan. Thank you so much for joining us. Please tell us what's your query.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, we can hear you. Please tell us what's your query.
Yeah, I have 48 shares of MapMy India. Bought at this one you're taking. Yeah, 700 shares of IGL. I bought at 290 a piece. I can hold for 1 year. Whether I can hold it now or I can sell it now.
Okay, so that's a query coming on IGL. Hi, Rajesh. Let me come to you. Mr. Raghavan has been holding 700 shares of IGL at a price of 290 for the past 1 year. Do you think he could continue to hold them?
Good morning, Ankita. Good morning, Kanishka. Good morning, Lakshmikant. First of all, apologies for being late, stuck in a traffic. As far as IGL is concerned, I think it's a strong company with strong fundamentals. It has fallen into bad time for the volume growth and all news coming here and there. But going forward, I think in the next 9 to 12 months, we have a target of around 250 odd rupees in focus. So I don't know about 290, how long it will take, but 250 odd levels in the next 1 year is quite possible. Hence, at this point of time, I would say stay put with it.
Stay put with IGL. I hope your questions have been answered. Thank you so much for calling us and joining us on the show live. But let's move on to the next question that's coming in from R. Bharat Kumar. He's writing in from Chennai. He says he has 100 shares of ITC that he purchased at around 212 rupees. He wants to know if he can hold it for a few more years. ITC, Rajesh, let me come to you for ITC here. Now, with this entire boost to consumption pack, with the GST rate rationalization and the boost and the entire focus being on consumption, do you see moves coming in from ITC? Because honestly, ITC hasn't really done much in the last 1 year. But henceforth, do you see the stock doing better?
See, I have been recommending ITC on ET now from the levels of 150 odd rupees. And we are still very bullish on this. And since the gentleman is willing to hold for many, many years, I think it's one of the best counters to hold for a long. Short term, yes, it's going through a consolidation phase because of the fact that it will run up quite swiftly from almost 150 to 500 odd levels, and then the demerger happened. But going by the business prospectus, cigarette volumes have been growing. FMCG has been doing well. They are moving into dairy too. Balance sheet is very strong, debt free. They give out good dividends. I think everything is in favor of ITC. If somebody is willing to hold for a long term, it's still a buy at this point of time. So it's a add and a hold from our side.
Okay, so a very bullish call on ITC from Rajesh. But moving on to the next query then, Lakshmikant, let me come to you for this one. This is Nirmala writing from Cochin. She's been holding 360 shares of GAIL. Her average price is 201 rupees. She wants to know, should she book her losses at this juncture?
See, Gale, after making bottom near the levels of 172, we have seen upside move in this stock, and now it is hovering near its 200-day SMA, which is placed around the zone of 182 to 184 levels. So I think she should wait for this breakout. If it give the breakout of the levels of 184, then we will see upside move in this stock toward the levels of 195 to 200. So till it holds the levels of 170 on the downside, we expect that upside breakout in this stock. And once it taken out this level of 184, then we will see higher momentum in this stock. So from our side, she should keep the stop loss of 170. I can expect this breakout of the levels of 184, which could push it higher to the levels of 195 to 200 June.
All right, so that's the view coming in on GAIL India. But with that, it's time for a quick breather. Don't go anywhere after the break. We'll keep getting your questions answered. Keep sending in your queries, the number that's flashing on top of your screens, and we'll take it post the break. Stay tuned.
Hi there, welcome back to ET Now. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Ankita Saxena. It's a show where we're taking all your stock-specific queries. And right now, we have a live caller joining us, Murari Prasad. He's joining us from Greater Noida. Hi, Mr. Prasad. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Please tell us what's your query.
I purchased.
Hi, we can hear you. Please tell us what's your query.
I have sent my query. I purchased a Bandhan Bank at rate of 316, 215 shares 6 years ago. It is now lost. I can still hold it or for is it for booking loss?
Okay, so the caller has over 200 shares of Bandhan Bank and also RCF. Let me come to you, Lakshmikant. The caller has been sitting with some loss right now. Do you think they should continue to hold, and do you see any upside coming in the near future?
The Bandhan Bank has given inverted head, a very bearish head and shoulder breakdown on the daily chart. So I think he should exit from the Bandhan Bank. So still prices are trading below the bearish crossover of 150 DMA levels, and still it has also breached the levels of 200 DMA in today's sessions also. Also, we have seen rising trend line breakdown in this stock. So I think he should exit from the Bandhan Bank. There are some other banks, I think, from where he could get good amount of return. So like IDFC First Bank, like RBL Bank. So I think there he should invest. Apart from beside holding this Bandhan Bank too long.
All right, so that's the view coming in on Bandhan Bank and what he should be doing. Murari, I hope your question was answered. Thank you so much for calling us and tuning in. Let's move on to the next question that's coming in from Anup, who's writing in from Goa. He says he has 294 shares of Patanjali Foods. He's bought it at a buying price of 650 from the FPO. Now, post the bonus, he's got 882 total shares. Now, he wants to know if he should be holding on to it or what should he do with Patanjali. Rajesh, let me come to you for this. He's not given a holding period, but say for the next 1 year, Patanjali Foods, how does it seem to you?
Try to exit at any upticks because I don't think the fundamentals justify even the valuations at this point of time. Valuations are very stretched. All the company that is doing well, but then valuations it's very stretched. So I would suggest get out of this. Move to some other FMCG companies like a Marico or a Dabur would be a better choice. Even Imami is looking good at this point of time. So one needs to switch from Patanjali.
Okay, so an exit call for Patanjali Foods, and you could switch to the likes of Dabur. But let's move on to the next query. Then we have Ramesh joining us from Kochi. He's a live caller with us. Hi, Ramesh. Very good morning. Please tell us what's your query.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for having me on the call. I hold 200 shares of IRDA at the rate of 200 per piece, holding for over a year. I am a long-term investor. Shall I hold it or switch? If switching is suggested, to suggest a promising script.
Okay, Rajesh, let me come to you for this one. What's the fundamental view on IRDA? Do you think Ramesh should continue holding it?
See, although being a very strong company and in a very good space in renewable financing and all, and sometimes back the guidelines came for infrastructure financing that were also in favor of IRDA. But when you compare valuation with others like PFC or REC, you find that the valuations are on a higher side. At this point of time, it's a hold. Maybe around 180 odd levels, you should try to book losses.
All right, moving on to the next question that's coming in. This is coming in from Amrendra Kumar. He says he's bought 100 shares of Power Grid at a buying price of 335 rupees. He says he's a long-term investor. He wants to know whether he should exit, hold or average. Rajesh, let me come to you for Power Grid because the power stocks have been in focus. What do you see for the next 1 year? Because, power stocks are, there have been a couple of bullish calls coming in on the power stocks. For Power Grid, what do you see?
It's a hold from us side. If by any chance it falls to around 270 odd levels, that would be a great buy at those levels. It's a great company providing great services to the entire power sector and doing very well, gives out good dividend. It's almost a monopoly at this point of time, almost a monopoly, I would say. So it's a buy at around 270 odd levels. And at this point of time, it's a hold.
Okay, so whole call coming for Power Grid, but let's move on to the next query. This query is coming on Oil India. The viewer Pankaj, he's writing from Haryana. He has Oil India shares 1,000 shares at a price of 540 and Federal Bank shares 3,000 shares at a price of 208. Lakshmikant, he wants a short-term view. What do you think the stock is? Both of these stocks, Oil India and Federal Bank, what do you see on the charts for these two stocks, say for a period of 6 to 8 months?
So for Oil India, I would like to recommend the stop loss of 384. So that is the, I think that would be the strong support for the Oil India until it hold this level. Some sort of pullback move could be expected in this stock toward the levels of 425 to 430 zone. But if it reaches the levels of 384, then we will see further correction in this stock. And in that case, it could slip lower toward the levels of 360. That would be the next upcoming support for Oil India if it reaches the levels of 384. So if he has already bought it, then keep the strict stop loss of 384 until it holds this level. He can continue to hold this stock. But if it breaches this level, then he can exit from this from Oil India. Now talking about Federal Bank, so Federal Bank has seen a sideways move from last few sessions. Now it is approaching near its 200 SMA levels, which is based around the zone of 197 to 200 zone. So I think that would be the better bet if we compare from Oil India. So we could expect upside breakout in this stock if it crosses the levels of 202, where it's 150 DMA is also seen. So once it crosses the levels of 202, then after we will see further upside move in Federal Bank toward the levels of 216 to 220. And for this, I think 189 will be the good stop. And till it hold this level, we will see a positive upside momentum in Federal Bank.
All right, with that, it's time for a quick breather. Don't go anywhere after the break. We'll continue to take your questions and get them answered. Stay tuned.
Hi there, welcome back to ET Now. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Ankita Saxena. We are taking all your stock-specific queries, so let's get back to them. Now, this query is coming from Ignatius, who's written from Kolkata. He has 50 stocks of Anant Raj at a price of 605 rupees. Can I add more? And they've been holding it for the past 8 months. They're looking to hold for a period of about 2 years. Rajesh, let me come to you. How are the fundamentals looking like for Anant Raj? They're wanting to hold for a period of 2 years. And do you think the current levels are good enough to add more?
See, at this point of time, the target which we have on Yatra is around 620 odd rupees. So the fundamentals which are very positive has already been partly discounted into that, and 620 is the maximum which we believe will go into the near future. So after that, you have to again revise the numbers and all which might come at the end of this month. They will come by the second quarter and all. At this point of time, it's a hold from our side.
As far as Anant Raj is concerned, let's move on to the next question that's coming in from Pankaj, who's writing in from Haryana. He says he has Oil India shares of 540 rupees, short-term view. Also Federal Bank, he's bought at a buying price of 208. He wants to know the short-term view for both Federal Bank and Oil India. Lakshmikant, what would be your short-term targets for both?
Both this talking about Oil India, that I said the 384 is the strong support, and as long as it hold this support, we will see pullback moving the stock toward the levels of 425, 430. But if it reaches the levels of 384, then further correction is possible. So I would like to suggest to keep the strong stop loss near the levels of 384. And if it reaches the level of 384, then please exit from this stock. Otherwise, we will see some more losses. Now, talking about Federal Bank, so Federal Bank has seen sideways kind of momentum from last few sessions, but now it is trading near the levels of 200 SMA levels. So breakout level is expected above the zone of 202. Once it crosses the levels of 202, then after it will resume its upside momentum toward the levels of 216 to 220. So for Federal Bank, one should keep the stop loss of near the levels of 189 until it hold this level. We will see upside breakout in Federal Bank.
All right, so that's the chart check for Oil India and Federal Bank. But moving on to the next query, this one is coming from Narayan, who's writing from Bangalore. They are saying that they're a regular viewer of the show and ET Now as well. So thank you so much for that. Now coming to your query, Narayan holds 11,250 shares of Vodafone Idea. Their average price is 12.8. They've been holding it for the past 18 months. Rajesh, what do you think are the fundamentals looking like? Do you think they should continue to hold or average or switch to something else? What's the view on Vodafone Idea?
See, fundamentally, it's a very bad stock to hold, I would say. That's it. There are no fundamentals. The company has been making losses since a very long period of time. ARPUs are very low when you compare to other players. Forget about 5G. Even 4G has not been launched in many areas. They're trying to move into 5G and all. Funds are shortage. AGR dues are there. Every now and then there are some new investor would come in or the government would consider AGR and then the stock starts running up. So it's more of a trading stock based on news rather than on fundamentals. For a long-term fundamentals, there are better picks in telecom space, be it Reliance or be it Bharti Airtel. For Voda idea, it's best to have a trading view from a range of 6 rupees to 9 rupees. That's the range it moves into.
Fundamentally, a bad call on Vodafone Idea. Even the subscriber base that has been seeing a decline as far as Vodafone Idea is concerned. So better bets there, according to Rajesh, in Bharti Airtel or even Reliance Jio. But let's move on to the next question that's coming in from Sunita Rai, who's writing in from Bangalore. She says, is it the right time to average Central Bank? She's holding at a buying price of 41 rupees. Lakshmikant, Central Bank, is this the right time to average in, or how should she be looking at the counter for the short term?
The central bank has been moving with gradual upside. We have seen gradual upside move in central bank, and now it is hovering near its key moving averages of 100 SMA levels. So I think one should add or one can take fresh call on this stock, and we will see upside move in this stock toward the levels of 40 to 45 range. So overall structure seems to be bullish as this stock is about to give falling trend line breakout on the daily chart. So we will see further upside move in this stock toward the levels of 42 to 45 zone.
All right, so some upside expected for Central Bank. That's the view, technical view coming in. But that's the last query of the day. Thank you so much, Rajesh and Lakshmikant, for joining us today and helping us answer all our queries that the viewers have been sending us. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. Ankita and I will take your leave, but don't go anywhere as markets at noon will take all the action forward.